Hey guys, I'm Allie Hamilton. I'm here at Yogis Anonymous, and we're gonna do a little shoulder opening on the fly. This is for days where you feel like just the weight of the world on your shoulders. When your shoulders get tight, kind of closes off that energy at the front of your heart, and you just wanna move through the world with your heart wide open. So come onto your mat, and just take a forward fold. Separate your feet, not quite hip distance, but not all the way together. Bend your knees and clasp your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. And go ahead and just wrap the arms overhead. And you can bend your left knee really deeply and spin your torso to the right. And you should feel that more on the right shoulder. And just imagine that you have lungs in the shoulders, and you can breathe right into that right shoulder. And exhale and let it go. And do your best to find that ocean-sounding breath here. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, switch sides. Bend your right knee a lot, wrap the left chest open, and breathe right into the left shoulder. And then come on to center. And you can keep the knees bent, bring your hands back towards your lower back, release the clasp, keep a nice bend in the knees, and just tuck your chin into your chest. Roll up your spine, one vertebra at a time. See if you can feel one stack right on top of the other. And then go ahead and toe heel your feet together, reach your arms up, full inhalation, and exhaling, fold. And if your hamstrings are tight, you can bend your knees on the way down, that's no problem. And then inhaling, lengthen your spine. And when you exhale, press your palms flat. And we're gonna step back to plank and hold plank. So you're at the top of a push-up. If this is hard for you, go ahead and put your knees down. Still a lot of work, so no problem. Bring the shoulders into the sockets and draw the navel up. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Shift the frontal hip bones toward the shoulders. You're looking about a foot forward. And then drag your hands back towards your feet to lengthen the chest forward, and breathe. So it doesn't take too long to build heat in the shoulders. And right here, just keep looking for steady, long inhales and full exhales. Wrap the triceps toward the back of the room. Press your fingertips into the mat so you're not dumping into the wrist joints. And then take it up and back to down dog as you exhale. And then go ahead and put your right knee down and spin your back foot flat and set it up so that your right wrist, your right knee, and your left arch are in line. And on an inhale, take the left arm up and then pivot the left arm and wrap it behind your back and just breathe here. So if you can, you're gonna sneak your hand up in between the shoulder blades, like you've got an itch between your shoulder blades, and breathe. So you can feel free to stay right here. If you feel like you want to come into a full Vashisthasana this way, then you're going to extend the bottom leg, that right leg, and you want to get on the sole of your right foot as best you can. So eventually the big toe edge of your foot is pressing down. The top of the left inner thigh, your top leg, is moving toward the wall behind you. The feet are flexed, and you're lifting the bottom hip up toward the top hip. On an inhale, take the left arm up. Pivot the arm, reach forward. You're in a classic Vashi, or you've still got your right knee down, which is totally fine. Inhaling, reach the left arm up, and exhaling, come back to plank, and shift forward. You can keep your knees down if you need to. Get the shoulder blades on the back. Take an inhale. When you exhale, come halfway down, Chaturanga. You want the elbows over the wrists, shoulders and elbows in line. Inhaling back up to plank, and exhaling up and back to down dog. And breathe. Press the fingertips down, wrap the triceps back. And then go ahead and put the left knee down and spin the back foot flat. And you just glance down the left wrist, left knee, right arch are in line. And you're gonna inhale the right arm up. And then pivot the whole arm. So I'm giving you the back view on purpose. And you can sneak that right arm to your own degree, nothing forceful, but maybe you can work the hand right up between the shoulder blades. And remember that you can hang out right here with the left knee down, or if you've been practicing for a long time,
you can extend the bottom leg, that left leg, and come into Vashi this way. So that shoulder's in the socket, the tricep is wrapping back on your left arm. You're working to get the sole of your foot toward the floor, the left foot. Your right foot is flexed. Top of the right inner thigh toward the wall behind you. And lots of breath. And then go ahead and take that right arm up and out. Pivot and reach forward. And then inhale the right arm up. And exhaling, bring the right arm down. You can put your knees down, otherwise shift to the tips of the toes, take an inhale. Exhaling, chaturanga, come all the way down to the mat. Release the toes, lengthen the legs back. You shift the hands back at the shoulders. Just lift it up and back. Shoulder blades are on your back. And on an inhale, come into a cobra that feels good for you. So not too high, not necessary. You can stay real low. The glutes are soft. Inner thighs are rolling toward the sky. You're working to pull back on the hands like you want to drag your belly forward and open up your heart. Take an inhale here. And when you exhale, take it up and back to down dog. And breathe. Go ahead and inhale the right leg up. And when you exhale, step the foot through to your hands and spin the back foot flat. Walk your right foot towards your left hand and either bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot or you might take the forearm to the quad. No weight on that forearm, you're just really light there. And the right shoulder is away from the ear. You want to be here. Okay, pivot the left arm, wrap it behind the back. And breathe. If you feel really comfortable, take a full wrap, but maintain that nice line through the back leg, through the spine, through the top arm. Lots of breath. Remember, we're after the shoulders. That's what we want to open. Breathe right into that. Take the right arm down, take the left arm up, pivot and reach. And then take the left arm up, push into the feet, flip the right palm up, reverse your warrior, just open up the right side of the torso, take an inhale, and exhaling, moving through a vinyasa. Inhaling up, and exhaling back to down dog. Go ahead and inhale the left leg up. Exhaling, step it through, spin your back foot flat. Inhaling, come up to warrior one. And exhaling, open out to warrior two. It's not what we did on the other side, but we'll make it work. So take the left forearm to the thigh, take the right arm up, pivot the right arm, and extend and wrap. So you can stay right here and keep that line going through the back leg, through the spine, through the crown of your head. Very light, no weight on the forearm. Or if it works for you, you can take the full wrap. But don't lose that line. There should be some space between your left ribs and your left quad, and breathe. And then take the left arm down, right arm up, pivot the arm, reach forward. Then take your right arm up, push into the feet, find warrior two. Flip the left palm, take it up and back, reverse it. And exhaling, come on down, moving through your vinyasa. And then go ahead and put your knees down. And the knees are going to be right underneath the hips. And take a look back and just make sure that your shins, your feet, everything's hip distance apart. If you happen to have a block, you can take it high up between the inner thighs. You want to get the inner thighs to spin back. And then if you're new to Ustrasana, tuck the toes. And that might be a good idea anyway, since we haven't done a lot of heat building. Take your hands to your low back, lengthen the tailbone down toward the floor. Keep spinning the inner thighs back. Draw the navel and the front ribs in and lift the heart up. You can keep the chin level and the back of the neck long, or you can let your head drop back. If that feels like your edge, you just hang out right there and breathe. If you feel pretty open, then you might bring your fingertips to your heels. Keep drawing the navel and the front ribs in and pressing the hips right over the knees. The glutes are soft, the inner thighs are spinning back, the tailbone's lengthening down, the sternum's lifting up, and you want to breathe right into that space at the front of your heart. Again, this is what we're after, just so you can move through the rest of your day with the heart wide open. And then bring your hands back towards your lower back. Inhaling, roll up your spine. So we're going to do it one more time. And if that felt perfect, then you can repeat exactly what we already did. Keep your toes tucked. Decide if you're going to keep your hands on your back. If you've been doing this for a while and you feel pretty comfortable, you can release the toes. And just make sure, again, the knees, the shins, the feet, everything's hip distance, the tailbone's lengthening down, front body's drawing in. Maybe the head's going to lean back. Maybe you're going to take your fingertips to your heels or the palms of the hands to the soles of the feet. Keep pressing the hips forward, spinning the inner thighs back, lifting the heart up. And breathe. And then bring your hands back towards your lower back. Inhaling, roll on up. If you had a block, you can remove it. And we're done. Bring your hands to prayer. A little namaste here. For full-length classes, if you want more shoulder opening, a little more thorough shoulder opening, more heat building, you can meet me at yogisanonymous.com. We have tons of full-length classes, 90-minute classes, 75-minute, 45-minute. We have hour-long classes. So if that felt good for you, there's more love waiting. Have a great one.